of Arkansas. Senator, a lot to get through here. First, your thoughts on your colleague Mitt Romney from Utah coming out saying that he would support the president.
Well, I'm pleased to see that Senator Romney, like so many other senators, are going to vote for a conservative judge to the United States Supreme Court who understands the difference between making the law and applying the law. That's what so many of us campaigned on, and that is the kind of judge I expect the president will nominate later this week.
Yeah, and it's amazing there because when Mitt Romney comes out, we were talking about this. It seems like his definition of who he would vote for fits the mold of an Amy Coney Barrett, fits the mold of a Barbara Lagoa. So it seems like not only is Mitt Romney supporting the president's decision to nominate, it appears, maybe we're reading too much into this, that he would also support who the president nominates. Your thoughts on that?
Well, obviously, every senator will evaluate the nominee once the president submits it, but Judge Barrett and Judge Lagoa are both outstanding appellate judges who have already been confirmed in this administration, and I think the Senate would look very favorable upon their nominations, and I would expect that we would move forward without delay.
What do you make, Senator Cotton, of Joe Biden not putting forth his potential nominees to the Supreme Court?
Joe Biden knows that if he revealed the kinds of radical left-wing lawyers he would appoint to the Supreme Court, that he would lose the election. That's why he's consistently refused now for 2 years to do what Donald Trump did 4 years ago and did as recently again as 2 weeks ago, show his hand, tell the American people his vision for what kind of jurist belongs on the Supreme Court. It's kind of like the Democrats' threats to pack the court if we move ahead with our constitutional duty of filling this vacancy. They were already threatening to do so to begin with because they believe that the Supreme Court should be a left-wing organization that always moves the country further to the left. And if they pack the court, they're going to do so they can continue to rubber stamp left-wing policies out of Congress and out of our state legislatures. That's why we should move forward with this vacancy without delay.
But the former vice president is simply stalling, Senator, because, you know, a week from today, he's going to be pressed on whether he's in favor of packing the court, and he's going to be pressed on his potential nominees, and he will likely have to put forth somebody at that point in time. So why not get ahead of this now instead of waiting until Chris Wallace puts his feet to the fire in 1 week?
Well, that's a very good question, but I think the Vice President Biden will continue to stall because he knows that anyone he would nominate to the Supreme Court would be a radical left-wing lawyer with a long paper trail of judicial activism, of presuming to impose his or her political and moral preferences on the American people rather than letting the American people govern themselves through their elected representatives. That's why Joe Biden refuses to reveal his list. That's why the Democrats want to try to pack the court, because they would prefer to win through litigation what they can't win at the ballot box.
Yeah, we brought you on kind of to talk about the president's speech at the United Nations, his recorded speech. We heard it was going to be 15 minutes, and then they said maybe 30 minutes, and it turned out to be much shorter. I didn't have a clock on it, but it was 5, 6, 7 minutes. Very hard on China. Your thoughts about that, Senator Cotton?
Well, I think he was appropriately hard on China. I think he's speaking for most of the free world. I mean, China concealed from the rest of the world this pandemic as it started in Wuhan. Something that could have possibly been a local health problem in the middle of China has become the worst pandemic in 100 years because of Chinese lies and duplicity. And the president called upon the free world to act together and in concert to hold China accountable, to get a vaccine prepared and out, and also to use international organizations like the United Nations and the World Health Organization to actually defend the free world and the principles of freedom and capitalism and self-determination among nations and international peace and stability, not as a front group for the Chinese Communist Party, which those international organizations have too often been.
Senator Tom Cotton, thank you for your time, sir. We appreciate it.
Thank you.